Good evening. Welcome to tonight's meeting of the Nashua Board of Education's Human Resources Committee at Nashua High School Boardroom. It is October 14th at 5:35 p.m., and I'm calling this meeting to order. Mrs. Raymond, can you do a roll call for attendance?
Yes.
Hi.
Maybe. Yes, I can. Ms. Giglio?
Here.
Great. Mr. Johnson?
Here.
I am here. We have a lot of guests this evening. We have Mrs. Lopez. We have Ms. Lampier. We have Ms. Bishop. We have Dr. Andrade. We have Mr. Bowes. We have Mr. Posca. And Mr. Gray. It's a full house. It's very exciting.
Okay, that's great. Okay, Mr. Bowes, would you like to give us the HR update for tonight?
Sure. So if you look at the HR data from 10/10 or 10/14, I pulled it on Friday. I'm happy to announce that we're down 7.5 positions from last time we reported 2 weeks ago. We had 65 last week. We have a total of 58.5 this week. Teacher openings, we're still at the 22.5. That hasn't really made headway. We did lose a couple teachers as well, so that number is still relatively the same, with 9 being at the elementary level, 8 at the middle school level, and 5.5 at the high school level. That half, for anybody that's wondering, is a special ed position. We did fill one half of it. We're still looking for the other half. School psychologist is still at 4. We're still looking for 5 speech language pathologists. Contractors, paras, we're looking relatively pretty good with the paras in relation to the contractors and para ratio. Again, I'll be able to give you a better description of that once we get those figured out. Food service, we have 5 openings. Again, that continues to go down. I believe there was 8 last year in that position. Not last year, 2 weeks ago. I believe that was at 8. So that's slowly going. Plan ops, we have a total of 18, most of which you can see are crossing guards, which has been that way for probably almost a year and a half now. But the bigger number we look at is that 2 custodians, so we're still looking for 2 more custodians. Central office team or administration, we have 3 openings. We're still looking for our out-of-district coordinator, the junior district accountant, and I believe we have a candidate in the works for the digital learning specialist. So that's more 2 than 3. And then we are looking for 1 secretary as well for the ELL department.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Bowes? Mrs. Raymond?
Thank you. I'm curious, we haven't had an update on the para-educators in, probably 6 months, because you were going through the IEPs and trying to match. I imagine that's an extremely long process. I'm just wondering where we are on that.
I don't have the figures in front of me, but for next month, we'll definitely give you a report. As Mr. Bowes said,
Oh, great.
We're going through like more the position control with Mr. Gray. So again, I think what we're trying to see is how many are in IEPs. So we're getting those numbers. How many positions are filled by contractors? And then, because last year we would just say we have 60 openings.
Right.
But we didn't account for the 27 or 28 contractors that we were paying for. So even we would rather have the paras in the union than paying a contractor. So we are doing that one-to-one. I think we have a meeting on Thursday morning. But it's pretty close, and we'll give it to you. But it is, again, that larger conversation in the IEP review process on what do those conversations look like? What's the data? We have 3 key special ed goals for this year that we're looking at. So number 1, it'll be a through line throughout the year on what's the claims and evidence that supports IEP decisions. So essentially, what's the data that we're looking at? Is it good data? Is it worthy data? When we make statements that for services in an IEP, again, what's the evidence that the student needs that help, or what's the evidence that the student is actually making progress? So that's one of the through lines. The second component is IEP compliance, to make sure that we're meeting all the law timelines, and then in the IEPs, are we providing the necessary services? So that's a through line that will be going throughout the year. And then the last goal is really what's our inclusionary practices. So making sure that the students are in the least restrictive environment. So, but we'll have the position control in a better breakdown next month.
Oh, that's great news. Thank you so much. And I do appreciate the last one, the inclusionary control as well. Because we want to make sure that our kids are, it's good for everybody when kids are integrated in the classroom.
Any other questions?
Nope.
Okay, so next we're going to look at the personnel recommendations for tonight. Are there any questions on that? We have 4 new nominations, and then we have a couple of resignations and a couple of leave of absence. Ms. Raymond?
Thank you. So I'm really excited to see that you have a special ed teacher in there. But my question is, when someone resigns or leaves during the school year, and they are currently teaching a class, what does the district do? And because it happens every now and then, right? Everywhere.
So again, it depends. We try to backfill it. So we'll post a position, or at the secondary level, at the high school. This just happened where we'll ask teachers to volunteer to give up their prep period, and they might take that period. If it's semester 2, or we might reschedule students who are in those classes into other classes. So, but first we try to find somebody who's available. I think sometimes we see retired teachers come back for part-time, so we'll reach out to a number of those teachers. But it's hard when someone leaves mid-year because most of, if they're not retired, most people are in a position.
Right.
So, but yeah, it's secondary, we have a little more flexibility because teachers might give up their prep period to teach that section.
Thank you.
I have a question about that. Do they then get some sort of stipend?
Yeah, so we, there's,
It's not just out of the goodness of their heart. I mean, they
it
do get
is
a
out there,
reward.
it definitely is out of the goodness of their heart. It's
yeah.
best for kids, but there is contractual language on the rate of pay.
Okay, that's good. Good to hear. Any other questions? Okay, so I'm looking for a motion. Well, I'll make the motion that we approve the personnel recommendations dated October 14th, 2025.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye. Motion passes. We have an administrative recommendation tonight to elect, and unfortunately, she's not here with us tonight, but she'll be at our next meeting to meet us all. So we have a recommendation to elect Andrea Fall to the position of middle school special education coordinator, effective 8/25/25, at an annual salary of $85,300. Are there any questions since she's not here?
I apologize. I want to correct that date.
Oh.
That date, her start date will be today, actually.
Oh,
10/14.
okay, so can we amend that then? Well, no one made the motion yet, so that's okay.
That stupid October, it throws you off.
October 14th, okay.
So 10/14, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I changed it there.
Yep.
Okay. So I can make that motion.
I will second it. Can we, she'll be here next time, or can we have her resume again? Because I'm going to delete this. And I won't have it to pull it up.
Yep, I'll make sure it gets in there.
In the next packet.
It just helps me when I'm asking people pointed questions to have it right in front of me.
And if I forget for some reason, I will hand deliver the resumes to each one of you.
Well, I just don't, like, it's people's personal information, so I tend to delete it off my computer right away when I don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Do we have a second on that?
it was me.
Okay. Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay, so that passes. Are there any other items that people would like to discuss at tonight's short meeting? And if not, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
Oh, I'll make the motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned at, wow, 5:45.